Drag is more than just men in dresses. It's art. Drag is becoming more revered as a form of self-expression. The art of drag has slowly creeped its way into the mainstream, becoming a practice now widely celebrated in the LGBT community and in pop culture. I want to test just how accepted and adored this practice has become. Being a straight male with a ton of confidence, getting on a wacky costume or a get-up or say for instance putting on a pair of heels and some makeup, it doesn't bother me. I'm in many bands and have been for many years. I've been on stage doing dance competitions and routines, I've been in plays, I've done comedy routines. We've come to speak to the woman that's been most important in my life, and she currently has quite a strong hand in the drag community, so I thought it'd be very interesting to come and see what she has to say. So let's go and meet her. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, you alright, Mum?
I'm okay, how are you?
Recently my mum's health has taken a bit of a downturn, which means her physical presence in the drag community has lessened, but even whilst going through chemo, she's still been finding the time to plan behind the scenes. So, do you remember what my first experience in drag was?
Probably when you were about 5 years old and you used to like putting makeup on, and then your auntie, who was quite a bit older than you, came to visit, still as a teenager, and she dressed you up in all of her clothes, and you started posing around the house almost as if we were posing for a men's magazine, which was quite amusing. I think far too many people, they crush any sort of question on gender, they crush it out of their children, whereas you've always been allowed to just be free and be whoever you want to be.
Obviously you do the glitter ball, and I know I've helped in that process, but when did it first come about?
The Glitter Ball used to be the Magic Theatre years ago, and it was very much an event where people could dress to impress, and they could just dress to express who they really were. So we actually go out to the whole of the gay and trans community, as well as straight people. Anybody can come, anybody can look fabulous and just enjoy themselves.
I'm considering taking it up a bit more seriously. Do you think I'd have any problems or face any challenges?
I think the only thing that you'd have a problem with is finding your USP. Because obviously all of the drag queens, they have a particular thing that they do. You've done it as a comedy act, which is fine. You have a good voice, so you can sing, and I've heard you sing in a very feminine voice, so you'd be fine there. You also move very well. You have the sort of liquid hips that are required, and you can walk in heels. So I can't see that you're going to have a major problem. It's just finding that little thing that makes you individual.
There's a lot that I'm going to have to work on if I want to do this right. I'm going to need some serious lessons on how to look and how to perform. To learn a bit more about the world of drag, I'm here to speak to a local queen called Anne Believe.
Hiya.
Hello.
Do you want to come in?
I'm Jethro. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Second door on the left.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
During foundation year of uni, my friend Amanda Bang, she gave me a gig. It was free, but it was a gig and I really wanted to do it. And it was like 3 days away and we were desperately searching for a name and we were all out in the smoking area, all rolling, and we were like, that's Anne Believe. That's your name. That is your name. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. It's cheap and it gets the job done.
And when did you first delve into the world of drag?
Ooh. Well, I'd say drag properly 2 years ago when I first started getting into the makeup because it was Drag Race. I was like, season 4, it was so cool, so edgy to try drag, and I was doing that. But realistically, I've been dressing up since I was like 4 or 5. If I could drop out of uni now and make it a career, I 100% would, because it's fun. Who doesn't want to get dressed up and get paid and drink and have a party, you know? Around here in Rochester, people don't quite know what to make of me. Because from a distance, the kind of drag I do, like I pad my ass big, I wear tits, I have the nice dresses, the big hair, and then the nice pretty makeup. From a distance, they go, oh, who is she? And they get closer and they're like, oh, who is he? So yeah, I get mixed reactions, but it's mostly positive. There's no real drag community here, but when I lived in Brighton for a little bit, I lived there for the summer last summer, it was literally like, they were like, oh, a new girl, come here, come party with us, you know, here's a bit of drugs, here's free drinks, you can get into here free, come do a gig with us, oh, here's a wig, but I want it back. But it's like, we all help each other out. And so I came as a queen of the scene who knew how to pad, do all this. So there was the next week helping people make pads and showing them what tights to wear and doing all that. I'm quite a perfectionist, so if I'm going to get face on and then do the whole thing, like just for an Instagram post, I want it to be perfect. that it takes me the entire evening. That way I've lost work out of uni. It has affected my relationship with my mum because she thinks I'm doing it all for attention, which is completely correct. Completely correct. But she thinks it is a lifestyle, but she thinks it's like a lifestyle, like I want to live every single day as a queen, but that's not the case. But with the rest of my family, they just think I'm completely insane.
So, do you have any words of wisdom for young people starting out?
Just do it. Don't think you have to spend a lot of money, because you don't. You really don't. Spend as little money as you can and make what you can out of it, because I spent so much money on makeup and I really only use purple and yellow eyeshadow and black eyeliner. So just make the most out of what you have.
In more recent decades, however, the acceptance of self-expression has boomed, allowing more and more young people to experiment with how they portray themselves.
Well, I got into drag ages ago, 2015 I think. There was like a drag show, my friend was like, you should get into drag, and I was like, it's a terrible idea, let's do it. It was just like, I just had so much fun getting into drag when I did it, and I was like, okay, this is cool, this is fun, just kind of want to go into it. When I first started doing drag, I didn't realise how expensive it would be. I was just like, oh yeah, just put a little wig on, it'll be fine. I was just like, oh shit, there's a lot of steps to this.
I mean, in 3 years, how much would you say you've spent on items of clothing and makeup and all of the works?
God, I mean, I'd say in the ballpark of anything between like 500 to 800 on makeup alone. Then clothes and wigs is probably like at least another 500. Like I get I get everything from like charity shops or just like AliExpress. So,
were there any difficulties in accepting what you were doing?
for myself, it wasn't really any difficulties in accepting it because I just like saw it as a part of like fashion, just kind of like experimenting really and just like dicking around. So I think more young people are doing drag because of RuPaul's Drag Race, because it has such an impact on pop culture now that it's just like more widely accepted than it was like 10 years ago, and it's not like this weird fringe thing.
Yeah.
It's more just like a common thing now.
And you've got any tips for me?
Don't do it. It's a trap. Drag's horrible. It's a sham.
I feel like I could do it. This journey has provided to me just how important it is that we are allowed to express ourselves, that we're free to be who we want to be, wear what we want to wear, and love who we want to love. Right, so now it's showtime. I've had this beard now for about 2 years, and now comes the time to shave it. I'm very attached to this beard. Just thought I'd put that out there, so see you in a minute. Actually, I can't do it, but I've got another idea. That is me, bare-chested. Now, well, didn't do an alarm to start with. It's time to make the magic happen. So this is it. It's finished. It's very sparkly. I was expecting to feel a lot different, but I don't really. I feel still as comfortable as I normally do on my own skin. I've looked at it and I think it looks amazing, so yeah, it's been a success in my eyes. I'm going to see what my mum thinks. Ah,
Good grief.
well, instead of my mum, I have my stepdad. What do you reckon?
I like it.
Yeah?
You're going to have fun getting that stuff out your beard.
Yeah. But
It looks good.
do you think I look uncomfortable in it, or do you think it's kind of...
It suits you.
Yeah, I think I like the glitter beard. I think there's a much better idea in shaving that off. I know it's not traditional, but it's kind of my take on it, and that's what I want to do.
At the end of the day, it's what you can do. Don't copy others, be yourself.
Absolutely. It's definitely not easy. I don't feel like it's something that I personally want to pursue, but again, we'll still continue to show support and love for the community. The people I've met are wonderful characters. They're amazing people. They've been very kind to me and they've given me advice and tips, and but that's my final thoughts.